Hi beautiful humans, welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. Today we're going to be talking about security deposits. Now, a security deposit is basically an amount of money that a tenant gives to the landlord. This money is given to the landlord to hold that money in order to make sure that the tenant is able to perform his or her obligations during the lifespan of the tenancy. Now, those obligations may include not spoiling any of the property, any of the landlord's property. Like, let's say you did not spoil the walls, you did not make them dirty, you did not break the windows, you did not spoil the door locks, you did not sell off any of the landlord's things that were inside the landlord's property or premises. You were able to pay your rent. So basically such kind of things, that according to the conditions that the landlord was able to lay out. If you were able not to breach any of those conditions, then that means at the end of your tenancy period, or when you're leaving the property, the landlord has an obligation to give you back your security deposit. In case we're able to breach any of those conditions, then the landlord has the right to, let's say, account for those things. Let's say if you did not if you did not pay rent for any of the months, the landlord has a right to remain and keep that security deposit. If, let's say, you spoiled the door locks, the landlord has a right to account and say, this is how much the door lock is going to cost, so I'm taking off this amount from your security deposit, and then you can have this balance. If you spoiled the walls, the landlord has a right to say, to bring a painter. The painter is going to make is going to account and say, this is how much the paint is going to cost, this is and this, and then this is how much you're taking off your security deposit, and then you will get back the remaining balance. So basically that is just all about the security deposit. The security deposit is there to protect the landlord's property, so that you're indemnified in the same position in which the tenant owned your property at. So basically that is it about the security deposit. Now, the security deposit is usually, if you're the kind of tenant that pays 1 month, like let's say you pay 1 month, like you're not going to pay for the whole year. Like if I'm paying for this month of July, then I'm going to pay for I'll pay for July, then August comes, I pay for August, then like that. So that means the security deposit is going to be equivalent to 1 month as well. So if I'm paying 600,000 Ugandan shillings in rent, that means my security deposit is going to be equivalent to 600,000. If I'm the kind of tenant that pays for the whole year, so let's say for the whole year I'm going to pay rent that is equal to for all the 12 months of the year, that means my security deposit is going to be a 12th of the whole amount. So basically that is it about the security deposit. And also in care, so the landlord is also has to make sure that they state out all the conditions in which the security deposit will not be given back to the tenant, so that the tenant is the know of all of that. You don't have to withhold some of the information, and then at a specific time when the tenant is leaving, and then you're like, oh, there is this, the tenant has a right to sue you. So basically that's it. And then what other thing should I say about the security deposit? Also, if your house, let's say, is subject to wear and tear, you don't have a right, the landlord does not have a right to take off some of the security deposit, because it is not the tenant's fault that the house has depreciated. And then let's say in case ownership of that property changes, like let's say I go to rent a house, and then while I'm in that house, my landlord, let's say, sells off that property to another person. So the ownership of that house is now to another person. The landlord has to transfer the security deposits that I gave him or her to now the current owner, so that in case I'm leaving that house, that current owner has to give me back my security deposit. So basically that's it about the security deposits. I don't think so many people really do, so many landlords do not actually ask for security deposits, but it's actually a very good thing that we should all pick up, because it protects your property. And it does protect your property. So it's all according to what you're going to agree on with your tenants. Well, let's say if a tenant says, oh, I don't have enough money right now, because if you're going to pay, if I'm just going to enter a specific house and I'm going to pay 3 months up front, now I have to pay a 4th month for the security deposit. Yeah, so maybe someone may say, oh, I don't have all that money right now. You have to write somewhere whereby that person has to give you that security deposit, because usually people get problems when a tenant is going to leave your house. He tells you, I'm leaving the house, let's say next week. Or let's say maybe you give your tenant a notice to vacate the house, and then in the middle of the night the tenant just leaves. It just leaves. In the morning you wake up, you find your house is a whole mess. The walls have holes, the windows are broken, your door locks are and you have to now spend a lot of money in repairs. That shouldn't be you to do that. That wouldn't be fair. So in order to protect yourself as a landlord, you have to ask your tenant to pay a security deposit. Yeah, so basically that's it. I hope this video was really educative, and I hope you were able to learn something from it. Until next time, guys, bye. Let me know in case you have anything that you would like me to talk about or to clarify on. If I'm in the know of that, if I'm in the know, I will be sure to make a video, or in case I don't, I'll make sure to talk to a professional who will come on here and advise us. Yeah, so like this video, subscribe guys, and share this video. It may be able to help out your friends.